Once more, Neymar is looking for a route out of Paris Saint-Germain. And this time, Barcelona's hopes of signing Neymar in the summer have been boosted by the news that PSG are willing to sell. It's not the most surprising news. For that 222 million euros Les Parisiens spent on the Brazilian, all they received in return was 2 consecutive round of 16 exits in the Champions League, with Neymar injured at crucial times, and a whole lot of grief in the form of public outbursts, assaults on fans, and continuous rumours of discontent between player and club. Sure, Neymar's ability has never been in question, but are his 5 domestic trophies in 2.5 years enough to earn him a place in PSG's Ultimate 11? Let's find out. With but a smattering of silverware before the 2011 takeover by Qatar Sports Investments, there's no doubt that PSG's greatest era is their current one, winning 6 of the last 7 league titles. But it takes more than silverware when it comes to choosing a dream team. Like when it comes to the goalkeeper. Bernard Lama probably isn't PSG's most accomplished keeper. Current stopper Keylor Navas, with his 3 Champions League titles while at Real Madrid, takes some beating. But Lama does have winners' medals with France from the 1998 World Cup and Euro 2000, even if he didn't play a single match at either tournament. And in 8 years at PSG, he was named French Player of the Year when they won the second of only 2 pre-2011 Ligue 1 titles. As for the defence in our 4-3-3, well, if there's an area that's lacked investment in recent years, it's PSG's defence. Which is why at right back, we're doubling down on Bernard's. Bernard Mendy never really imposed himself during his 8 years at the Parc des Princes. But what he did do is score the decisive goal to win PSG the Coupe de la Ligue in 2008. Brazilian Thiago Silva is our first modern great. Silva has captained PSG through its greatest ever era since he joined in 2012. And sure, while that means he's been at the heart of all their failures in the Champions League since then, with physical presence, aerial skills and a quick mind, his position in the back line is assured. Next to Silva, we've got Jean-Marc Piloget. So Piloget isn't the most decorated, but he was committed to the club. Over a whopping 14 years, he played in a record 435 games for PSG and won them their first Division 1 title in 1986 before having 2 stints as manager. And on the left, Maxwell. Now PSG's assistant sporting director, Maxwell won 14 trophies in 5 years and was the most decorated active footballer in Europe when he retired in 2017, with a grand total of 33 trophies in his career. Up to the midfield. And Haï is yet to be outdone, seeing as fans still fly his flag in the stadium. So he played his career in the shadow of his more famous brother Socrates. But his 5 years in Paris produced a Ligue 1 title, a few cups, and with the Cup Winners' Cup he even brought European glory. Something that still eludes PSG's current Brazilian maestro. Defensive duties go to Luis Fernandez, because he was just so instrumental in PSG's first major trophies in the 80s. Named French Player of the Year in 1985, he went on to have even greater success in 2 stints as manager. Few have contributed more in recent years than Angel Di Maria. Arriving in 2015 for 63 million euros, He's 9th among PSG's top scorers with 81 and 2nd in all-time assists with 87, having set a Ligue 1 record of 18 assists in the 2015-16 season alone. Into the attack, which is of course Neymar's area of expertise. But first, we have George Weah. He is, after all, the only man at the club to have won the Ballon d'Or. The Liberian played 3 seasons with PSG, winning 4 trophies. Arguably the greatest ever African footballer, his countrymen loved him so much, they made him president. Leading the line, Zlatan Ibrahimovic. The guy who changed the PSG story. Or in his words, he came like a king, left like a legend. With a strike rate of almost a goal a game, he was Ligue 1 Player of the Year 3 times in 4 years. How could Zlatan not be in? So there's just one more spot to fill, and 2 contenders to fill it. And Neymar is not one of them. Because not only is he behind Weah and Zlatan, he's arguably not even ahead of his current teammates Kylian Mbappe and Edinson Cavani. And of those 2, it's Cavani who gets the nod. He scored more goals for PSG than anyone else, won the Ligue 1 Golden Boot twice, and of all the big-name arrivals through the years, it's Cavani who's stuck with PSG no matter the trials and tribulations. And that means something. So that's PSG's Ultimate 11, with a smattering of stars from throughout their history. Which is surprising considering they have no history, but it certainly has enough firepower to keep out their petulant Brazilian. Neymar's transfer to PSG will always be remembered. The staggering amount of 222 million euros ensures it will. But as for the Brazilian's time in Paris, well, disappointing is probably the word that sums it up best.
Thanks for watching. For more great content on all things football, make sure you hit the subscribe button.